I think what's more helpful, especially when you're talking to people who may not share your views entirely,
Yeah.
is to just try to understand their lives. So there's
Yeah.
a political scientist in the United States whose work I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wrote a wonderful book called Democracy When People Are Thinking.
Okay. Interesting.
And what he's done, he spent about 30 years. So his name is James Fishkin. And he
Okay.
spent about 30 years bringing diverse communities together around particular issues and getting them to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And the kind of rules of engagement, if you like, are you can only talk about lived experience, or in some instances where this has been done, you can introduce the vetted evidence of experts. But really, the focus is on lived experience. When people talk on very contentious issues, whether it's immigration or taxation or the rights of particular groups, if they're speaking only from lived experience, you start to get a much deeper understanding of why they have the views they have. You certainly are more likely to find out what you have in common with them. And finding a space of commonality means you can start to have a very, very different conversation than when you're thinking about them as numbers of people that you're hostile to. But the work that Fishkin has done, which I think is particularly impressive and encouraging, is that in these situations, and it may be voting about, local referendum, it may be voting about some, local campaign, new laws, things like that. The thing that's most impressive is that he monitors his stuff with great academic rigor. And what his research shows is that people really do change their minds. And what changes their minds is not everybody thinks this and you're stupid, which tends to consolidate where people stand. But the more intimate conversation change people's minds because they go away and think about it and think, well, yeah, I can see if you came from there, you might think that.
Yeah.
But now that I see you as a different person and you see me as a different person, maybe there's a space in which we can agree.